Last month, we got the shocking news that Slipknot had fired Jay Weinberg. The fans are still reeling from this decision, understandably. Very little is known about his dismissal from the band. For his part, Weinberg said he was blindsided by the decision, and in Slipknot fashion, they are not commenting on that choice. But the band has announced very big plans for their 25th anniversary next year. They've got this European tour they just announced. Although they have not announced a drummer, I would imagine we could see a 25th anniversary tour from Slipknot in the US next year as well. Now, Jay Weinberg is reflecting on his near decade in the band. He shared a very heartfelt post, and he also returned to the stage last night shortly after a surgery that he underwent. He seems to be recovering very well from that. But this is what Jay had to say, reflecting on his time in the band for nearly a decade. I thought this was so nice. First, I just want to say I've always loved his masks, and he's got them there on the shelf. He wrote, "For 19 years, my goal in music and art have always centered around maintaining some sort of forward motion. It feels a bit paradoxical at times to look in the rearview mirror, but some moments and milestones are significant enough to take pause and reflect. Today marks the 10th anniversary of becoming a part of something I grew up believing in. I don't hold on to many mementos, but to me, these represent a decade of focused and impassioned dedication to that forward movement. Throughout that time, I learned much about application, tenacity, and the satisfaction of committing to breaking through creative thresholds, reaching those artistic goals through constant, concentrated hard work, all fueled by the true love of the music. In some respects, the person who wore the mask on the right and the person who wore the mask on the left feel like two completely different individuals, separated only by experience gained, miles traveled, friendships created, and a connection the instrument strengthened and deepened so far beyond what I thought was possible. The memories and experiences that these four masks represent, I wouldn't trade for the world, and I'm honored to have been there every step of the way." When you look at Jay Weinberg and you see what he went through, you have really two choices. You could sit back and be bitter and upset, or you could keep moving, and that is obviously what he is doing. He's getting back up on stage, performing for the first time with the Bouncing Souls. He joined them on stage behind the kit in Nashville. He shared some thoughts about that as well. He's obviously not going to take this sitting by. He's going to keep going forward, and I know a lot of fans are very excited about what he has coming up in the future. Here's what Jay had to say. First of all, can we appreciate that this man had to be crutched up to the kit? That is dedication. He just underwent a surgery, and that is not going to stop him from performing. He wrote, "What an absolutely incredible night, seeing one of my all-time favorite bands, Bouncing Souls. My sincere thanks for the kind invitation to jam. It felt amazing to play drums for the first time since my operation, especially this iconic belief-affirming anthem. There's a story I've told many times. Perhaps I'll tell it in greater detail sometime. When I was 14, I was very shy about being a novice drummer. I wanted to keep my new passion for this instrument private, not sharing my progress with anyone, even my immediate family, knowing his father is a legendary drummer. As I taught myself how to play along with my favorite songs and albums. The Souls have been my hometown New Jersey heroes for some time. Were actually the first people to hear me play drums. They generously invited me to sit in for a song or two at a secret show in May of 2005, which ended up being the first time I'd ever played drums in front of anyone. It's still to this day the single most foundational moment of how I've come to appreciate and cherish playing drums in a live setting. Endless gratitude to them, of course, for being key friends in that event, for setting me on a path of loving live performance. Last night felt just as electric as that pivotal night in my life, and I'm thankful for the friendship of the Souls and the wonderful community that surrounds them. True believers all the way." Let's take a listen to him playing here.
Jay, one-legged Weinberg. New Jersey bone. On crutches. I think that's the first on first. Crutching to the drum set.
Crutches to get on stage. That's dedication.
Let's do it.
Great to see Jay behind the kit. Looking forward to whatever comes next for him. That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Hit that subscribe button for the latest news and updates.